You good?
Oh, god damn it. I don't know what happened, but at some point our recording just paused for no fucking reason. God damn it.
No. It did pause, remember? Because Arca had to go eat.
Oh, god, and I forgot to unpause it. Fuck! Or, no. Actually, no, I don't think I ever did pause it. I think he just left. I think it just unpaused for some stupid fucking reason now, and then repaused. How obnoxious. God, I fucking hope we didn't lose so much footage. I would be so genuinely fucking pissed off. Like, unironically, though.
I mean, fair.
Because I swear to God, that dot was
anyway.
red for, like, the longest time up until, like, 30 seconds ago. I swear to God, 30 seconds ago, that dot was red. That was a red dot, not a pause symbol. So I'm thinking I may have accidentally just pressed a button.
So, what we gonna do is he's gonna motion Hera over.
He's... Arca, you see Hera being motioned over. Are you gonna let Hera walk over?
Also, this plant stuff is gonna help him be able to restrain her a little better, too.
Oh, he's gonna give her weed? Calm her down?
Wybrand's gonna follow. As you go over, you go up to see... What would look best for this?
What do we see?
Oh, yeah, that works. You see a very...
Because that was a nat 20, right? That last roll was a nat 20, right?
Yeah. The person you see...
Yeah, he was one with the universe and understood the seated heart entirely.
Yep. As you head up, you head to the perfect smith to work with this. You see an elderly head happy upon an anvil of ice, carefully tending to some sort of project.
He knocks on the stand, like on the side of the stand, not in a sort of thing,
He will
just to get his attention.
The old man raises his head. What?
We have a seated heart here that we would like to infuse with my sister's forearms.
What?
To be fair, in this world, it's not exactly that weird.
Alright, hold up, let me see her.
She comes up with scaly forearms that obviously do radiate magical nature.
Hera's not like other girls. She's got snake arms.
Dragon arms, actually, but yes.
Yeah. They're real reptilian, kind of. Are they?
Yeah, they're both reptilian. Yeah, they're both reptiles.
They be taken off.
Would Hera be a pygmy girl?
They're not taken off.
No,
She says, like, no. And she puts her arms on top of his anvil.
You're human.
Hera was old. Hera was older when she was a
Mm-hmm.
pygmy girl.
She nods.
They just looked at Aaron and are like, "Are you sure about this?
He hands them the seated heart.
This could hurt, you know. If things go."
I've been through
I
worse.
don't think they care. I don't think she cares.
No, she doesn't really.
No,
I've been through worse. It's alright.
All right.
Pain is meaningless to her.
Pretty honestly, that's
All right.
That's her situation.
Payment up front, 75 dark dollars.
Well, Aaron takes out the wallet, being the most responsible person in the party.
No, that would be Arca.
Oh, fair. Arca would have the money. Arca, do you wanna? And he nods off to the. There you go.
Here's the money.
Yeah. It's a thing now. She now has plant. She's now infused with the fifth element.
Not exactly.
A sixth element, too.
Remember, you may not have... I probably should have stated earlier, he does have to roll for it.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why he was like, I probably should have stated that's why he was like, "Are you sure about this?"
Because I'm guessing this might be difficult or extremely easy, depending on how malleable those scales are.
Depending on how remember, she's a human. Like,
well, the item that's on her is not human, so
true, but
it's just like merging a item.
Yes, but remember, it is technically merging human biology with the dark world of substance. However, he is an elderly head happy, and he is perfect for the job.
Which is why we chose him.
So,
which is why
the
Field of Philosophy chose him.
So when it comes right down to it, he needs to roll really, really, really low in order for things to go wrong. And God, I hope I didn't just jinx us.
Go ahead.
Holy fuck. Oh.
Did he just barely pull it off?
No, okay, so this is the best case of the worst case. Nothing happens.
Is the items wasted?
No, literally nothing happens. He gets ready and begins to perform his magical smithing ritual, and as he attempts to unwind the cords and tendons of the plant and intertwine them and into the scales, it just doesn't.
Just don't.
He just can't get it to work.
Oh, womp womp.
Sorry, but afraid I can't pull this off. No refunds.
Oh my god.
You say that to the Prince of the Primordial Darkness.
I don't give two. I don't give two shits who he is.
I mean, he's an old.
I have pronouns, you know.
And like I said, I don't give a shit, kid. I don't care if you're he, she, they, or it.
What about your pronouns?
Now, is there any other business you want to do?
Well, is there any items that he's selling?
He does have two unique items for him. Like,
okay, what are they?
And that he has specifically a amulet, an armor type amulet specifically, because remember, he's not just a weaponsmith, he's a dedicated blacksmith. So he's like, he does a bit more general stuff. A unique brooch known as the it's an expansion off of the cold heart brooch that head hathies normally wear, known as the ice heart brooch.
You mean the crown thing on my head?
They have a crown, but they also have a brooch. Is how I run it. Much like how rangers have like a ring. The crown is just the default armor hathies technically have on themselves.
Okay. She just looks confusedly at her brother, who's like...
As well as another item, which is a weapon. Evidently...
What is it?
It is a alt variant of the Cold Heart Staff. Instead of dealing ice elemental damage, it instead deals normal damage, but it has access to a spell. Freeze Mist.
So basically, Aaron...
What it does is it's basically just forces the enemy to take their turn after yours.
So, Aaron is gonna ask if Hera wants to switch out her Cold Heart staff for this one, and she's like, yeah, sure. So, Aaron hands over the Cold Heart staff. I want to trade this in for that unique Cold Heart staff that you have. What's the difference?
What did I say? God, did I really just forget the name I gave this? Was it the Ice Heart staff, if I recall? Why did
Sure, you didn't actually give it a name.
No, alright. Yeah, it was an old... No, you know what it is? The hardened heart staff. No, ice heart staff works better. No, I'm fucking stupid. Freeze heart staff. Because it has access to the unique move of Freeze Mist.
Sure.
What Freeze Mist does is it... Basically, you can cast it...
You said...
yeah. However, I wanted to explain it a bit better. It doesn't just force the opponent to take their turn after yours. It, like, you roll a d4, and that's how many turns they're guaranteed to go after you. You can also target one person specifically, and force them to take their turn last.
Alright, yeah. Something that she'd like to do. Yeah, sure. Give it to her. How much is the difference?
Well, it's merely an alternative to the other, really. So, since they're equal value, I'll just barter for them. I'll just barter for them.
Alright. So, yeah. Cold Heart Staff.
Now the Ice Heart Staff. You no longer deal ice element damage, and you have access to Freeze Mist.
Does... Freeze Mist.
Yeah, I put it there so I remember that it's the weapon that gives this.
Alright.
That way I don't, like, that way, like, you change out this weapon and you don't, like, accidentally still have it.
I'd rather you just leave... Oh, yeah, you need the TP value.
I mean, do you want me to write the TP value on where it is in the weapon place instead?
Yeah. Yeah. So that when it's taken off, it's just there and not everywhere else. Enough. It's the same cost as a magic melee.
Yeah. I mean, it's not really... Well, it's not that complex of a spell. It's just I force the enemy team to have to go second in initiative for a while, or I force one person to go third in initiative. Like, that's... You know, it's fairly powerful, but it's like... It's not the most complex. Like, it's
simple.
It's in the same vein as Non's Contagious Funny.
So, in any case, I was like, thank you, sir, and we'll be out of here. He takes his thing back, and since Aaron is an item master, I guess if he rolls high, I mean, he already was given every single tidbit of knowledge that he could comprehend about the subject of a seated heart and how it could be used, correct?
Yeah, it's just a case of he himself does not have the skills to do those things. You know, it's like, he can invoke it in battle for, like, its elemental effects, but... You know, but, like... You know, if he rolls high enough, he could theoretically use it to cast some type of spell, theoretically. But that'd be a pretty high fucking roll. You know?
So he doesn't have the skills to combine items the same way yet. Yeah,
not necessarily. For instance, the reason the Giga Gunblade was able to be created was because it was...
Somebody had...
It was because King Dioma was merging with the weapon himself, so it's technically King Dioma equipping the bullet hole, and then him being equipped by Aaron. So it's like someone equipping a weapon and then getting equipped.
And, you know, it's partially, why I was allowing him to stay cool-headed was because, take a look at her, Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Plus cool-headed.
Yep.
So that's why he didn't outright just beat the shit out of...
You know what? That could also explain why he's also slowly become more passive and become less of a kind of a Virgil-esque kind of dude.
Yeah.
Like, constantly
It's
worrying...
Mimi is slowly changing him.
Like, it's not even intentional, it's just an effect. Because, like, cool... Because it goes, like... Because there's technically, like... Because cool-headed is its own effect that has, like, its own unique things to it. Like, it makes it harder for enemies to taunt you or goad you. Things like that. It also makes it a bit... It also technically makes it easier to enter Zen, but that's besides the point.
We're not monks here.
So is that all you guys are gonna... As you walk out, Non's actually gonna look... Or go, oh hey, there you guys are. You guys gonna leave the main shopping area?
Yeah. Aaron says, yeah. We're gonna head out.
Arca, you done too? Blur?
Blur, my boy.
Arca?
Yeah?
Pay attention.
Pay attention, my child. You're in a game. Is Arca done in the shopping center?
Yeah, they're done. Basically.
Thank you.
Perfectly done.
And with that, apparently, Hera wants to go to Yellow Rock. So before we decide where you guys are going to go, as you guys discuss your plans on where to go, evidently...
Hera pulls out a map from... actually, Aaron's back pocket, actually.
Because it's just a random... Like, Aaron saw a random kiosk with, like, oh, basic map of the stacked deck kingdom.
Yes, please. He prints out a copy and he puts it in his back pocket. And now, Hera just pulled it from his back pocket and was like, let's see here, where are we going?
So, looking at it, you're currently on the border, at the border towns. If you were to go east, you would be heading into Scarlet Forest, which would be the fastest road to the capital city. If you were to go north, directly from here, you would head up to Yellow Rock. Southeast would head you to Red Rock. Although it does mention there are some... Though it does also mention there are some apparently nomadic village resting places, a few marked around as well in between these various towns.
Let's go to Yellow Rock Village. Aaron doesn't exactly see a problem with this because I don't think he knows the cultural backstory or that it was
he would somewhat
material plate.
He would technically see a problem with it because, like, remember, they are here to seal a dark fountain, and as far as they know, it is in the capital city. Since according to the map,
True.
it literally has it marked on the capital city.
Hold up. Does Arca have the power to, like, abolish this, the laws against, like, the xenophobic laws, or, like...
To some degree, I mean, technically they can invoke power as the heir of the Dark World.
These guys are okay, don't fuck with them.
However, specifically speaking, you can't change the laws of another nation by invoking that. It's more like, when you invoke it, it's like you are invoking some sort of a primordial force, because you are not only a shadow, you are a shadow specifically born royal. Like, you were specifically born from the primordial fountain, you're the first shadow born in 100 years, but not only that, like, you were born with color. Like, it was a special event. Like, you are invoking something ancient, something you cannot understand when your voice starts booming. But it's not executive power.
It's more like temporary, hey, don't do this, don't do that, or yes, this is okay.
It's more like it's kind of like suddenly your presence amplifies to a point where it's like unignorable.
They could probably, like, use that power to, like, persuade them into doing it. Not, like, forcing them, but, like, sort of get them to see like how this is wrong and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
I see that.
So at the current moment, realistically, if you guys do know, however, according to this small little map, Yellow Rock Village does have a train.
Train to the capital?
Not to the capital.
And it's close.
But to a place close to the capital.
Should we take...
And would it be quicker to go to Yellow Rock and then from Yellow Rock by train too close to the capital?
Would it be safe? Would it be safe to bring foreigners on a train? Like,
accordingly,
as long as it's not a mining train.
Yeah.
For the most part.
If it's like a civilian train and you are, there's a couple of darkeners, actually 3 darkeners, no, 2 darkeners.
Looking at it, it probably would be faster. However, due to Yellow Rock also being a military town, there's the chance you might just have to stow away on a train, and who knows where that could take you.
Okay, Hera would be the easiest to fit in,
luggage.
A fucking
box.
Luggage, a fucking
suitcase.
Suitcase. That's what, I was drawing a blank. Fuck.
How did you draw a blank on the word suitcase?
I don't know. I don't fucking know, but like, forgot what a suitcase thing was called.
Oh, so instead, Hera could be a stowaway in the town. So it's like, I see it.
It's a thing where it's like, it would let you skip Scarlet Forest, and it would,
but
actually trying to get that to work has very, very little chance, because you could very well have to basically fight your way through the military base on Yellow Rock Village, to be able to use the train.
Or, Mr. Booming Voice over here could persuade that it's not worth this effort to prevent him and his buddies from taking a civil train ride to another place.
However, another thing is that would, even if you don't buy the tickets, you're still given them. You're still writing your names down, and the train station at the board planes would be expecting you.
Could we... Hold on, I got an idea. Could we try to pass off Hera as a doll, since they're so tiny, and not as a fucking, I don't know, food that we bring on the train?
Emergency food.
The problem with that is Aaron is very clearly human, and you can't lie about that, and Hera may be very augmented. They very much look a lot more like Aaron than they do Arca.
But to be fair...
Should we get stuff that covers up their face?
You could.
That could probably work, right?
It could.
It could.
Alright, let's go.
Try.
We just went out, but we gotta go back inside to the shop and see if they have, like, face coverings.
Alright.
Just walk in and ask,
so
hey, you guys, where's the best face?
That's the clothing section. It wouldn't be really an armor section. If they have clothes, we can just use that.
Oh yeah, like in the they have generic clothing too in the armor section, technically speaking. Since, like, remember, like, padded clothing was also partially used as armor.
It's part of armor, yes, but it's not usually the entire piece of armor.
Oh yeah.
Unless you're talking about padded leather, which... Don't get me started on how bad padded leather is.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's like there are stands in here that sell normal clothing and the like, as well as, like, things like masks or gloves or, like, a few accessory items. You actually see as you walk back in, you actually notice one of one of those blacksmiths also do earrings.
We gotta find face coverings like that can cover up as much as the face as possible. So like,
I mean, actually, if we really want to magic this about a little, we could get a dragon mask for Hera over there, and a knight's helmet for
Aaron.
Aaron.
Then we have Non.
I mean,
He's
could monsters pass for darkness?
Possibly.
Like,
I mean, he
might. Looks like a unique person.
Yeah,
like
I think the
darkness.
monsters in darkness could look similar since they're like non-humanoid. They're
so
not.
It's just a big case of like you'd have to make a convincing Darkner species for him. Technically speaking, because
but unless
I mean, you could also call him like a certain long lost cousin of Jebel.
That's dumb. Okay, but like, the thing is, I bet monster souls are different than Darkner souls.
Yes.
So like, unless they can see his soul, then maybe we could pass him off as like a Darkner.
Possibly. It just depends on like who you're talking to and who you're trying to like bluff that to, you know?
You don't have like a security check on souls, like, right?
No, not really.
Because they didn't expect someone to get sneaky with it.
Yeah. That and too, it's also like realistically, that's also like incredibly invasive. That is incredibly like physically invasive too. So it's like to some degree they're not gonna do that, you know? Like Yellow Rock wouldn't do that, you know?
Maybe the capital, but definitely not Yellow Rock.
Yeah, you know, Yellow Rock's an important town, but like it's not like they don't have anything hidden there. It's a mining town. All mining towns are important.
It's in a B sort of level of importance, if you know what I mean. Red Rock
B and not A. It's not clearance level A.
It's like
as in, you have to have every little bitty bit of you checked out before you can go through.
It's like, I'd say like Yellowstone is around a B or C in terms of importance. If the capital or Red Rock is like at an S tier.
Red Rock isn't important. It's just really racist.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Texas.
Dixons.
Or
Anyways.
Oh.
And as we continue going forward, you guys are going to just kind of find some stuff for... You're going to try and find a dragon mask and other things to make Hera look more like a dragon, like a dragon-esque Darkner.
And then just night-night for Aaron.
Actually,
he's big enough.
You don't even need to do that for Aaron either.
No, just a helmet, just a knight's helmet.
Yeah, Mimi. You don't even need to get something new. Mimi can just, physically extend what her crown to look to be a traditional helmet. Just the cold head helmet piece.
So he asks Mimi if she can do that, so that he doesn't get spotted and fingered out as a lightner.
And fairly easily, she kind of more or less just
does it.
Yeah, like she transitions fairly easily. It's actually
thanks.
It's a bit of a different color from the rest, because like his armor is more purplish.
The helmet, then it could be a notally.
Yeah.
If it's a helmet like a family heirloom, you don't know why the helmet's a different color.
Yeah. That, or who knows? Technically speaking, it's like you're technically all trying to pass yourselves off as Darkners, so it's like.
And using 2 Darkners to pass myself off as a Darkner is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
The second Darkner being the Giga Gunblade.
Yeah.
as like in sheath type thing, like an in sheath greatsword on his back?
It's more, to be more accurate, it's more like he has this hole in his hand that looks like a spade, and from it he can just kind of generate a sword from it.
Also, it's like Finn from Adventure Time.
Yeah. In the light world, it becomes a purple, red, blue, cyan, and green spade tattoo, or diamond tattoo, I believe, actually. Since, well, technically it's diamond and spade because I believe they're because
the royal.
Yeah, technically, I think our spade element is blade element technically, because the spade is supposed to be a spear.
Yeah. But in any case, just a dragon mask and
like dragon
hair covering.
Yeah. I mean, dragons can have hair. Susie has hair. And there are probably draconic darkeners that have hair as well.
True. And bright red, yeah, would signify...
Hampton has hair. Hampton has hair. He's a darkener.
Yeah.
That's not the point we're trying to make.
Yeah. It's like, there are dragons with hair, dragons with feathers, dragons with... There are fuzzy dragons.
And so we just really need a dragon mask, and for it to open its mouth whenever she talks.
Yep. And, well, it's a bit much to get. Fair, all in all, it's only about $20 dark dollars for more or less some expansions to the outfit, to like some fake scales and all the like. And the most expensive part was mostly the mask itself.
Man?
Like the
How
mask.
much?
Exactly $20 dark dollars.
Oh, that's cheap.
Yeah.
That's, you know.
Oh, because it's like, remember, you're getting like a mask that like open and closes with your mouth too. That's not gonna be cheap.
And on top of that, it looks like an actual dragon's mouth on the inside of the thing.
Yeah. Well,
So we're really getting a
As long as she doesn't eat lunch with someone, she could be passed off as a darkener.
theoretically, she probably could still eat lunch with someone. She could theoretically take out some of the inner parts of the mask and just eat with it because she has teeth that look draconic.
Yeah. But they're a little bit too far inset back into her head in order for that to work, unless if it fuses with her face.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose that is true.
So this plan is kind of going well for the most part.
With that in mind,
Gotta
I suppose you guys are going to plan to head all the way out to Yellow Rock instead of Blue Rock, huh?
Yep.
You're not going to try and go through Scarlet Forest on the main road?
I mean, why would you go on the main road if you have
It's the most direct path.
if you have 5 darkeners just trying to get to the capital for whatever reason?
Well, I mean,
why the fuck not?
Well, I mean, if you all look like darkeners...
Why not go...
Well, I mean, are you guys all in disguise as darkeners right now?
I mean, yeah.
I mean...
And I'm guessing the Thrasher bot's not going to detect anything, right?
I mean...
Because it's on the look, on the skin tone. If there's no skin to speak of, then it's not going to...
They can't search skulls, right? That would be crazy.
No, the thrash machines are still gonna know you're you. Non isn't
Why would...
because
Non isn't disguised.
Yeah, Non isn't disguised at all, and they already know what he looks like. That, and also, like the thrash machines are capable of detecting the soul types of an entity, you know, to some degree. But, like, they're not gonna have...
So they will tell it.
Yeah, like, if they get close...
They're gonna have thrash machines in a town.
Probably not, no. Like, that'd be like... That'd scare the people. And, like, that'd be like if New York had robotic police officers roaming the streets. That'd be terrifying. Like...
to be honest, yeah.
Spider-Man PS4. Spider-Man PS4.
And two, it's more like you have to get close enough to them for them to actually, like, scan you.
Scanning.
To, like, actually try and detect what your soul is. So
yeah, Spider-Man PS4.
So they do have. We could paint him. Bro could be changed. Colors could be changed
oh yeah.
on his, and that would throw off the thrashing machine.
Yeah, they would.
Here, you got crayons? You're a child, so I assume you got crayons.
Hera, and actually, indeed, has crayons.
Hell yeah.
She never goes anywhere without her set of 92 Crayola crayons.
Alright, so that sounds like a key item.
I thought it'd be the 120 pack with the sharpener in the back.
If she knew it existed, she would have gotten that one instead. But this one is actually sentimental to her because she had it since this is the one that she draws with. And I did say 92. No, not 99, 92.
Well, I mean, it could be 92 colors.
Yeah, 92 color crayons.
Yeah, you could still have 99 physical crayons.
But why would they give you spares?
No, I'm not saying they came with the box. I'm saying they're just extras she has.
There's 90. There's no 90.
Anyway,
like,
she draws on.
I think it's like more
the Ohio monster, and make sure that flash machines cannot detect him.
I think it's more accurate to say that she has 96 since Crayola sells 96 crayons, not 92 packs.
Yeah, that's true. Crayola did sell 96 crayons. That's correct. It would be 96. But she definitely would be able to color.
Even Crazy Art sells.
So,
96.
quick question: what kind of makeover are you giving him?
Acquired taste.
A kind that makes him kind of look more skeleton-like.
So,
like skeleton with black and white vines that are like a little bone.
So what you're saying is an aggressive makeover.
Yes.
So let's roll aggressive. Tell me when to stop.
They actually sell 152 packs. That's wild.
What?
They sell 152 Crayola packs.
Stop.
18 plus 1.
19.
My man straight up doesn't even look like from a distance.
A monster anymore.
Like theoretically, you could still think he's a monster. Because, he's technically... Because he is lighter than the two Darkners that are next to him. Like, there's a thing, you do know that there's a lightness to him. However, from
she sort of just...
Yeah, kinda. It's the only noticeable thing you could see is, if you look at his feet, it looks like he has a longer shadow than the others.
That's true.
And you gotta it's barely
You gotta
noticeable.
really squint hard.
Yeah, you gotta squint. From a distance, he doesn't look like a plant anymore. He looks like some sort of undead.
Which undead are somewhat common around here, apparently, because Libran is a form.
Or something skeleton-looking, which wouldn't be surprising, considering, this is the school with Dr. Gaster.
Yeah, there's going to be skeleton children, skeleton-type drawings, skeleton this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah. So, you take a good step back.
Especially if his two boys went to that school.
It's you look around, it's yeah, he looks like a weird skull.
He looks like a darker.
Yeah. I was Arca, you look at him, you can, Arca and Libran, you can immediately tell this is a Lightner. Yeah, but that's because, more so because, you're actually...
You already know who he is.
Yeah, that, and two, it's you two specifically are, actually educated, and can, trained enough to, actually recognize the light. You can still see kind of, the light glow underneath all the colors.
That's their friend. They would already know,
Yeah, that's their friend. They already know who he is.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter.
I don't think Libran knows not enough.
So, Hera just did an impressive makeover for this man's. Do you not say anything to that?
I think I've seen this dude in my already like coming of age ceremonies for Darkner's World. I think I think I've seen this guy at one of those. Someone who looks like that.
So basically, he looks like a Darkner.
Yeah, like he looks.
He looks like a Darkner. That's what
like
we're looking at.
They've
So we're looking for
like a celebration or something like.
So yeah, 5 Darkners of different descriptions are going on a
Trip to Yellow Rock.
train ride.
Yeah, to Yellow Rock.
No, not to Yellow Rock. From Yellow Rock to near the capital.
Well, yes.
Doesn't seem like doesn't seem like there's anything off about them. Not really.
Of course not. And of course, they begin their journey out of town to Yellow Rock. And with that, I suppose that's where we'll end it. I'm afraid. Because to some degree, I need to.
Because you haven't written it out. Because you didn't expect us to go to Yellow Rock.
Well, partially because Yellow and Red Rock were technically more so just throwaway places that existed more so for the sake of fleshing out the lore. You know, it's like so more than one village existed out here. Yeah,
and then Hera
Red
saw
Rock,
Yellow
was
Rock,
easy.
and was like, let's go there.
You
There's
know,
a train there, so let's take that.
You know, Red Rock was easy. All I would need to do is just recolor Blue Rock. Yellow Rock, I'm actually gonna have to make some stuff.
You can just
You're
change.
welcome with it.
You can just change the colors to more yellowish color palette.
I mean, I will.
No,
I'm gonna.
not just that.
I'm gonna do that as well, but I'm gonna have to make some.
There
like,
has to be a mine section and now a train section too.
Yeah, I actually have
Just
to.
like,
I need to make new maps now.
True, but you could also just like take the Blue Rock locations and like shift the hue.
That's what
yeah,
you
I
usually
will.
do.
Yeah, I am.
For the most
I
part,
am.
yeah.
Like that's gonna be easy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably gonna have the main shopping center in town square for Yellow Rock be the train station.
All right.
The train station, you mean? Because you don't train in at a train, you just train. You go to a train and you're on the train. You don't train it.
Yes.
So yeah, that makes sense. So instead of that, it would be a clock in the middle with above where the signs were, and a big yellow sign with train station written on it.
More or less.
Hey, just ideas. I'm trying to help you out. Make things at least slightly easier on you if you already have an idea of what you're trying to go for.
Yeah. Like, I had an idea of what Yellow and Red Rock were, but, like, I never... Like, they were places that if you ever... Like, you were never meant necessarily... I'll admit, I never necessarily thought you guys were gonna go to Yellow Rock. I thought maybe you'd go to Red Rock, because it's further in to the, country. So you could go to it and then go to Scarlet Forest.
But then we just decided, how about let's skip Scarlet Forest and take it.
Oh god, that's annoying too, because like I was going to try and have you guys go through Scarlet Forest, so I can figure out what more things to add to it.
I kind of feel bad.
And then now you're not even going to do that. It's just going to be a quick train ride for 2.5 hours.
We fucked
And
over
you're
the DM.
almost at the capital.
I mean, what worse is that I'm still gonna have to make all those maps for Scarlet Forest too. So like I'm gonna have.
I already have all of your Scarlet Map Forests.
No.
Or, yeah, Scarlet Forest maps.
Those aren't
Fucked
all
over
the
the
maps
DM.
for Scarlet Forest. Like.
Oh Lord, he come.
Like I was
over the DM.
I was actually going to make a full-on labyrinth for Scarlet Forest. With like 10,
Oh, like the Lost Woods.
yeah, like 10 different maps.
And then now,
I'm still gonna
all
have
you
to
have
make
to do
them.
is 3 different train segments.
Well, I mean, I still have to make the Scarlet Forest maps, though. Because, you know...
Yeah, for other campaigns where people aren't so smart.
Yeah.
And they just go straight to the Scarlet Forest instead of, oh, there's a fucking train rail going from there to there. Why don't we take that?
We fucked over the DM. Now he has to do more work. do more shit. Or like
I mean,
change
to be fair,
the...
he has an entire week in order to do this. So,
yeah. But, you know, it's like the classic Dungeons and Dragons moment where the heroes go, like, off course.
the
And then,
wrong
like,
way, the obviously
yeah.
wrong way.
And then the
Except
DM
he made it
has
into
to...
the right way, too, so.
Yeah, but the DM still has,
Retraining
like,
segment.
has to, like, rewrite the shit so that it can fit.
I mean, not really. There's not really any story happens
I mean, yeah.
in Forest, right?
There was going to be.
Ooh.
Like?
Fuck.
Scarlet Forest was when you weren't going to meet the Lancer of the stacked deck kingdom. However, you were going to meet a semi-plot important character.
I mean, you could move him to this town.
No, not really. Because it makes no fucking sense for him to be there.
I would have got on the train.
If he's in with the king, there is a reason.
Because, like,
if he's in with King Aorta, there's a reason.
The idea was that he was supposed to be the dude keeping watch over Scarlet Forest.
Oh, so he's like the guardian of Scarlet Forest.
Yeah, he was going to be the main boss for that arc.
And then now he's suddenly no longer.
I mean, he'll appear when we meet the Lancer of the group, since, like, you know, if he lives, he becomes a sidekick to the Lancer of the stacked deck kingdom.
And I guess now it's an automatic success. He always will survive in this timeline.
Yep. Granted, that depends on
So it's not that bad.
Yeah.
We'll meet him, it's just a little later than we were originally.
Yeah. Suddenly, you're gonna meet two bosses at the same time.
Oh. Are we gonna have to fight either of those bosses?
Definitive maybe.
Definitive maybe. Okay. Depends on how much of a dick Hera is.
And with that, I'm going to go awoo and stop this recording. Dear God, I fucking hope the other recording didn't have tons of shit missing.